Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for joining my channel. My name is Rocky. If you're new, this is where we talk about fashion, lifestyle right here in my city of Chicago, and just a little bit of beauty. Today is all about beauty. Let's get right into it. So I'm actually going to start with the thing that I'm the most excited about. You may remember me mentioning the fact that I had fallen in love with the idea of a fragrance from Gucci. And then Sebastian from the Perfume guy mentioned the fact that Jomashop had this wonderful sale going on around the holidays. It was around Black Friday, and a tester bottle of Gucci was 150 bucks. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I really want to get this fragrance based off the notes. But $150 for me is a little steep for a blind buy. Now, the notes are not anything that I wouldn't like. They are rose, musk, and woods. I love all three, and why wouldn't I? It sounds like a you but better plus rose type of a fragrance, and then something nice to ground it at the bottom. That's usually the formula that I go for, with a touch of bergamot, something citrusy on top to brighten it up. That is usually my formula with a dash of pepper. So I didn't want to make that purchase, but when I was in Las Vegas, I did go to the Gucci store and I got my nose on it and I fell in love with it. Immediately went to make the purchase, waited weeks and weeks and weeks, only to find out they had gone out of stock and my order was canceled. As a consolation prize, they gave me a coupon for my next order. And then lo and behold, right around Christmas time, it became back in stock for the same price that I expected, and I was able to apply my discount, and boom, here we are. Now, what's interesting is the original price on this is $415 for this size. It's 3.4 ounces of juice. And I don't know who would spend $415 on a fragrance, but it ain't me. 150 is pushing it, but $415, not me. The discounter was selling at Jomashop is where I went. They were selling it for $190 for the full presentation, which means it comes in a Gucci box, the whole unboxing experience. I'm like, what do I need to pay an extra 40 bucks for a box for? So this is how it comes, you all. When it is the tester packaging, this is what it comes like. And I don't care, because the juice inside is what I care about. So now I haven't opened it yet to make sure that I didn't get got, but we're going to do it together. This is what it looks like. And it is very pretty. It's going to look nice. If I were a person who left my bottles exposed, this would look nice on my vanity, but I don't. I keep everything in boxes, try my best to kind of protect things as much as I can. But let's go for it. Let's see. So this sprayed right away, which lets me know that this has been sprayed before. Oh, yes. And this is it. Oh my gosh, it makes my mouth water. I already have something on, but who cares? What do I have on? I don't even remember what I have on today. Don't even matter. So the notes on here on the Gucci website and most sites say just the rose, the musk, the wood. Another site was, I feel like it was Nordstrom. They said it had a lemon zest accord at the top. And I smell every bit of that lemon zest accord that they're talking about. And it's not listed anywhere else. This is so pretty, you all. Oh, this is so pretty. Yeah. Anyway, I'm so glad that I made this purchase. Sorry, I said 3.4 ounces. It's 3.3 fluid ounces on this box. That's what it says. Let me see. What does it say on the bottle? A little bit got in my mouth. Yeah, it's a 3.3 fluid ounce. So I said a lot to say I finally got the fragrance. I'm super excited to add this to my collection. How much fragrance do I need? Because I know I got a lot of them. I need them all. I need all of the fragrances. So judge your mama. I want to bring something full circle. I did want to quickly tell you about this commodity milk. You all saw me haul this not too long ago. This is a collaboration between Commodity and the fragrance influencer Perfumerism. I forget her name, but Jessica, maybe, I think that's her name. But anyway, it comes in this bottle. It's a big 100 fluid ounce bottle, and you decant into this to do your sprays. I'm just gonna show you that. Yeah, to do your sprays. One of the loveliest lactonic fragrances I've ever smelled. They did a really good job on this one. Only thing I told you before, the only thing that I don't like is the fact that I can't use this doesn't have a top. It has this top to close the main bottle, and then I could put this sprayer on this bottle, but then this top doesn't fit over the sprayer. Or however it works. I can't remember. No, it's a different sprayer that doesn't have a top. And I don't like that. I like for my fragrances, one, to have a box. This doesn't have a box. I'm glad it at least has dark glass. It doesn't have a box. And then the sprayer that they give you don't have a top. And it's, to me, not cheap. It's $155. I didn't pay $155 because I had some coupons and all that stuff. They still have some sales going on at the moment, I think. 20 or 25% off everything on their website. So if you're in the market, go check it out. But that's the only thing I don't like about this, but I absolutely love the fragrance. At that same time, when I did buy this, they gave me a 10 ml sample for being a part of their rewards group, or I forget what it's called, but they gave me a 10 ml of their new fragrance, Iced. All of their fragrances, with the exception of this specialty one, comes in 3 intensities, so to speak: a personal, an expressive, and a bold. And this is the expressive version of it. I fell in love when I tried this. This is definitely something that I will keep with me as I travel. Both of these I will have with me whenever I travel. I liked it so much and didn't want to be without it that I wanted to buy a full bottle. Again, only if I can help it. I am not trying to buy big old bottles of fragrance anymore because I have so many and there's absolutely no way I'm going to get through all of them. So the expressive one has notes of, I got my thing here, spearmint, mango, eucalyptus, ginger, tonka bean, and pepper. Is meant for both men and women. They suggest that you wear this during the daytime. You wear this whenever you want to, right? The key times to wear this is summer, then spring, then summer and winter, then spring and autumn, in that order. Weird, right? But that's the one they suggest. I thought this was so good that I wanted to try another one, again, get a full bottle. And I didn't want the big bottle. The only way to get the 30 ml bottles for commodity is to buy 2 at once, which I did. And I bought 2 iced. And I bought the iced expressive. And then I wanted to try the bold. Now, the bold has very similar notes. All 3 of them, they have a personal one. I didn't get that one, but they have, all 3 have similar notes. And the bold has spearmint, mango, cardamom, eucalyptus, tonka bean, and amber. Now, the cardamom and amber really intrigue me. Amber is one of my favorite notes, super sexy to me. Cardamom is usually one that's really warm and cozy to me. It makes me feel like home and comfortable. So I felt there was no way that I wouldn't like this one. I was so anxious, you all. As you can see, this one's in the plastic. I don't need to open it because I still have the 10 ml, but I was super excited to smell this, that I sprayed this already. But when I tell you, this is so lovely. It's a stronger, I would say it is correct to say that this is a bolder version of the, why can't I open these boxes? It gives me the flux every time. It is a bolder, as it says, a bolder version of the expressive, but it also has a nice cozy, that cardamom comes through to me. It has a nice little cozy. You can see how small it is in comparison to this big old bottle that they normally make you buy, but if you're willing to do 2 fragrances, you can buy 2 for a little bit less than the 100 ml bottle. So I think it's fine. It's fine. To pay a little bit extra to get a little less so that I can get more variety. It's fine. Anyway. So I got this one, and I just wanted to share that with you. If you're looking for something different, these are unlike anything I've ever smelled. I'm going to be honest with you. And I know you hear influencers say that all the time, and they be like, oh my gosh, beautiful. If I don't like something, you've seen me on here. I'm super honest. I am not beholden to any brand, even the brands that I am affiliates with or, whatever. I don't care. I'm going to tell you, and I'm sometimes a little bit too strong with my words, but I suggest get your nose on it. I'm not a gourmand person. I wasn't really not good or bad, lactonic person. Never really thought about lactonic versus non-lactonic. But this one made me think about all of these different notes that I hadn't considered before. So get your nose on this commodity milk orchid. Get your nose on the commodity iced line. There's something in there for everybody, at least I think so. And it's so refreshing and bright. I would recommend it. Now, the last thing I want to go through here, it's going to take a little bit of time for us to go. Oh, I forgot to mention, when I made that purchase, I got a free 7.5 ml. And this is too friggin' adorable. So I don't know if I have anybody who I would like to gift this to, but how friggin' cute is this? Is it a 7.5 ml? Yeah, this is a 7.5 ml. This is so adorable. Look. So again, back to what I was saying. The next thing I want to talk about is going to take us a little while to get through. I went back to Yom Layl. And Yom Layl, I'm finding, is a really great place for me to go and experiment. Now I remember what I have on. I have on the Yom Layl version of French Defense from Mind Games. That's what I have on today. Because I've had such a good experience with their discovery sets, I went back for a third time. This is my third discovery set with them. And the reason why I went back is because they extended their Black Friday sale past, like it was past Christmas and everything. They like had an additional 25% off their entire site, and then certain fragrances was 40% off. So I went through and I did some experimentation just because I just want to experiment. And some of these are blind, or I've not smelled the real thing before. And some of these I have, and I just want to know something in here. Oh, it's good. I don't know what. Anyway, I just wanted to see how close they are to the real thing. So we're going to do some testing together. Let's see, do I have some paper? So what I got, and I'm going to just list it all out for you because I got the site open. I got five of them in this kit. The first one is a dupe of Maison Crivelli's Hibiscus Mahajad, and they call it Hibiscus. The next one I got was Xerjoff's Herba Pura, and they call it Amor Puro. The third one is Louis Vuitton's Pacific Chill, and they call it Chillax. The next one is Bulgari's Tiger, and they call it Tiger's Eye. And I remember smelling this one. Of course, Maison Crivelli I was obsessed with for the longest. I want to see how close that is. I have not smelled Herba Pura. I have not smelled Pacific Chill. Taiga, I smelled a really long time ago, and I remember being on the phone with my friend while I was smelling around, and I'm like, girl, you would really like this. And I'm like, I'm not going to buy it because it's super expensive, but I think you would like it, and I think you would buy it. So I'm glad to like have this here so I can kind of play with it on skin and see if it's something I would in the future consider. But at the time, looking at that price tag, I was like, nah, that ain't me. And then the last one is Dior's Oud Ispahan, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing that wrong, and they call it Persian Oud. So let's get down into it. Let's start spraying away here. The very first one we're going in with is Hibiscus. I'll put the notes on the screen as we talk. This one is no surprise that I like it. That's probably why I like iced as well, because it has this like refreshing produce section of a grocery store kind of a smell with that mint in there. I never thought I would like mint as a fragrance. Mint puts me in a mindset of being sick. And why do I... This is what I was smelling. Why would I want to smell sick, y'all? Spot on. Spot on. Yom Layl be doing the damn thing, y'all. This is spot on. Now, I have a dupe of Maison Crivelli's Hibiscus Mahajad already. It's not exact. It's good enough, you know what I mean? Because I paid like 30 or 40 bucks for it for a full 100 ml bottle. But this is it. This. Delicious. Delicious. I think I put the notes on the screen for you. But yeah, that mint is probably what does it for me. I think what sold me on it when I first smelled it, what even made me smell it, the fact that it has a prominent rose note in there. All the other things in there are an add-on that just kind of smells nice. What I typically don't like in fragrances is leather. And this one, it hits you and then it goes away. So I don't know. It's up to you what you can tolerate and not tolerate. But if you don't like, vanilla, hibiscus, rose, peppermint, or leather, you won't like this fragrance. You won't like this fragrance because you can smell each one of them individually. They all kind of play up and down at certain times in the wear of it, but they're prominent. Now this next one we're doing is the Herbapura dupe. And the notes, again, I'll put them on the screen. Sicilian, orange, Calabrian. So there's a lot of fruits and stuff in here. So let's see. Oh, it's nice. I've smelled this before. You know what? So I have a Xerjoff already, More Than Words. And this had, I didn't realize it, but Xerjoff has a DNA. And this has the Xerjoff DNA plus fruits. And I'm not a gourmand girly, but this is nice. I think this is great for summer. I would definitely wear this in the summertime and feel, you know, lively, playful, fresh. My husband is going to adore this one. He loves like a citrusy, fresh fragrance. He wants me to go and get Bergamot 22 from Le Labo, but that's stupid expensive. So unless he buys it and gifts it to me, I ain't getting it. So let's move on. I think the next one is Louis Vuitton's Pacific Chill. And so this one has a mint note in it as well. So I feel like this should be something that I like. Let's see. Let's see how we do. I'm ghetto with my little blotter testers or whatever you call this. I don't know why I need to be colored though. We don't need any color. I don't know what the original smells like. But it is a very literal lemon. The mint is giving me household cleaner vibes. It's not so bad where it's like, yuck, I would never want to put this on my skin. But if I were in a store and you told me, hey, this is $400 bottle, buy this, absolutely not. I'm not choosing to smell like this for $500. But it is going away. That mint is now starting to level off and become really smooth and just like a essence of a coolness, but not super minty. But that now I'm starting to get the floral notes. It's actually not bad. When I first sniffed it, I was like, that's a no. But we'll have to play with this on skin to see what I really think. But not a bad choice. Not a bad choice. The next one is the Tiger from Bulgari. Let's see what we think here. Let's look at the notes. Grapefruit. I don't know. Grapefruit off the top makes me feel like hubby will like this. But grapefruit, ginger, amberette, ambroxan, musk. Ambroxan and musk is making me think like I will know that I would like this. It doesn't have anything gross in here that I don't like. I typically don't like smoke, leather, white florals, yellow florals. And it doesn't have any of those. So let's see. This is coming off quite masculine. Off top, the ginger is very, very prominent, and now it's starting to mellow down. It mellowed down very quickly. It's actually powdery, which I was not expecting. To my nose, it's powdery. This is giving me mature. This is giving me something that you would wear to church. I don't know. I'm not sure what else is giving me, but like what occasion, who would wear this? This is definitely a big ass fur coat. This is wealth. This is somebody with a lot of rings. I'm probably not for me. I'm going to put it on skin. I do with all of these because sometimes, you know, they're different on skin and they surprise you. But just on paper, not for me. And the very last one is Dior. I'm expecting this one to smell like wealth. Now, this one has a white floral at the top. Labdanum or labdanum, depending on how you pronounce it, I don't know. Does a few things for me sometimes. Sometimes it smells florally. Sometimes it smells gourmandy, like a ambery ish, like essence of amber. Even though amber itself isn't a cord, it doesn't really have a smell. But anyway, we'll see what it does because amber is the top note. I could absolutely hate it. It could get saved by this rose that's down here in the middle. Saffron does two things to me. Sometimes it's actually sickly sweet, or it smells like leather. It could go either way. And I love all of these woods. Agar wood is oud. So let's see. Actually, it's giving me cherry. It's giving me like a cherry accord for some reason. Is this the right one? Yep. It's giving me a cherry accord. I'm smelling the rose. I don't smell the patchouli. I smell the oud, but it's not a funky oud. It's a smooth oud. Now the leather is coming in. There it is. So it's like a cherry, leather, rose, oud smell. I'm going to definitely have to put this on skin because I'm getting a little hint of a Tom Ford Lost Cherry in here. And I don't know why. It's not bad, but if I were in the store choosing, I wouldn't choose this, especially for the price points. These are like $395 or something like that. Probably more. I don't know. I'm just guessing because I'm just trying to, yeah, whatever. Uh, anyway, these are, to me, all of these, going through Yom Layl, the way that they blend their fragrances to perfection, they are like spot on with the originals, and the fact that they have a higher, to me, higher oil concentration. It gives you to me, the real deal experience. If you were considering a full bottle of the real thing, it may make you think twice. Like, do I even need the real thing? And if you insist, I think this is a great way to test it without breaking the bank. So again, I've recommended them 1,000,001 times. I'm recommending them again for those of you who are getting introduced to the niche and designer world. All of it, you know what I mean? Niche. I don't know if I ever told you the difference between niche and designer. Niche fragrances are fragrance houses that only sell fragrance. And then designer, they sell other things. They sell shoes, they sell clothes, like a Tom Ford, right? They sell everything plus fragrance. So that's what makes the difference. Sometimes people assume designer means that it's sold at Macy's and that's what makes it designer. No, it's just that distinction alone that makes it niche. Versus niche means you niche down and you only do a specific thing. And then designer, you do many things. Anyway, so that was the last of my fragrances. I am really hoping for strength this year, so I can kind of slow down on these fragrances. I have some that I have enough fragrance to last me, I think, the rest of my life at this point. And I've done declutters, and I would continue to amass more. I don't need no more, but I always find something that like piques my interest, and I just gotta have it. So wish me luck this year that I can slow down on these fragrances. But that is our first fragrance haul of 2026. And hopefully I don't do another one of these hauls until like my birthday or something, because it is out of control, you all. Thank you so much for watching. Tell me if you have any questions or comments down below. I'll try to link as much as I can. Have a great rest of your day. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share with your friends. Give me a thumbs up. Bye.
Rocky, she's just a fashion girl from Chicago. Rocky, just a fashion girl